get back to the rest of Canada. Yeah, that's its own political content.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am back with another fake live training, not fake training, real training. Fake live meaning we're live right now as we're doing this, but when you're seeing it, it's totally not live anymore. You could probably tell by the fact that it's edited. I have with me today another member of my community, all the way from Quebec, Canada. Whereabouts in Quebec?
Val d'Or, Abitibi.
Val d'Or. We have the lovely Pascal Langlois. Did I say it right?
Yeah, good job. You have your Quebec sticker now. You can say French words and French names. Congrats.
Yes. Everybody in Canada was very nervous for me when I was saying that.
Yeah?
They're like, you're not a real Canadian unless you can pronounce real French words. I'm from the West Coast, so. Listen, how's it going, Pascal? Tell me about how you got into voiceover, what got you interested in it, your experience, where you trained. Give me the whole shebang.
It's going. Having a lot of fun, learning tons because of all the amazing coaches we have. By voiceover, actually, my background, maybe you want to get into it right now, it was in broadcasting. It was in radio. So I was already using my voice to make a living. And I figured, doing only ads and having fun reading scripts and having fun maybe doing sometimes characters. Why not do that full time? So eventually, dropped the radio and focused solely on voiceover.
Okay, so when you were in radio and you were just doing ads, you saw, they were fun, you enjoyed doing it. Was there more to it? Like, I assume you went through like broadcasting school or just kind of found your way into it in radio? Where things kind of, the reason I'm asking is because my brother Ryan was in radio and radio stations were like shutting down like all over the place, and it was getting harder and harder to like stay at one station. Then you get moved around to a different one just over and over and over. How was your experience in radio?
I was lucky enough not to be on one of those in the Quebec market, we call that the siège éjectable. So like when you're in a jet and you're like, oh no, mayday, gotta get the F out, and you just press something and okay, but your boss is gonna do it for you. So you're on one of those seats that's just gonna make you spring out of broadcasting because you don't fit the brand anymore, because the team doesn't like working with you anymore, because your contract is done or you did something really silly and we can't put you on the air anymore. Nothing like that happened. I've been fine. I was good. I was okay. But eventually the industry in itself, you could chat about it with your brother, but it is particular. It's lovely. It's a great area to work in every day. But it's, there are no words. Just, so I was like, oh, maybe a little stability would be fun working for myself. So I chose voiceover.
Yeah, great. So but when you made the transition slowly over time, but what was your first step from radio into voiceover? Because you were already doing ads. Did you just jump into it? Like no training, just fuck it, I'm going to do it? Like how did it go?
Silly me. I thought I was like, I've been doing this for close to a decade, so I know how to do spots. No, we don't. I wasn't sure.
What'd you do? First thing, did you get on voices.com? Did you get an agent?
Somebody told me about voices.com. And I joined, and it wasn't really that successful. Maybe I did a gig or two in my first year joining. And afterwards, I was like, oh, yeah, if I want to work, English would be maybe better. I'm bilingual, so why not work in English? Oh, and flash news, I have a bigger accent than I thought. So that wasn't really as easy as I thought it was going to be. And afterwards, I tried to find coaching. And on the web for the English market, you as coaches are mostly present. And then eventually, I found like a bro dude on YouTube who was like, he sounded fine and he sounded like really funny and just like a cool guy. So, and he had a school. So I was like, oh, yeah, maybe I should try it out sometime. Yeah.
Am I the bro dude?
You're the bro dude. Yeah. Before I learn your name.
I'm a bro guy. That's what people think of me. I'm a bro guy. I don't know. It makes sense. I guess I'm kind of broy. Cool. So let's focus in on the accent thing. This is what I always tell people that, come from areas that English isn't their first language. You're kind of unique because, everybody in Canada usually learns to speak English as well as French on like the East Coast. But I didn't learn French when I was like a little kid. But yeah, you had an accent and stronger than you thought. So what was like your first steps? Was the first time you actually messaged somebody on Instagram, right?
Yeah, because you told me to message someone who was actually a French Canadian who is working in English. And I was like, brilliant idea. Why didn't I think of that? And turning to her, she guided me toward her own dialect coach because learning and speaking English in itself is not enough. There is a musicality that is different in English from French, and the accent is not knowing the sounds because you know it, because you told me, because I know it. The sounds are fine, but the way I link my sentences and the way I speak and express the ideas, my own ideas or the text ideas, are French because the grammar is French. And I was like blown away to learn that you have to relearn it and tell your brain and your mouth to link stuff in a different way that I wouldn't do naturally because I'm French. So I'm learning that actually right now.
That's awesome. So like
Yeah.
when you're not working with the coach on the accent and, kind of relearning how to process words in English, the way an English person, the way a native English speaker would process them, how do you put that into do you put that into daily practice, or are you just kind of just doing it when you're working with the coach, or do you like walk around town and try to pretend like you're an English person in Quebec and then people throw eggs at you and stuff?
Squarehead, get back to the rest of Canada. Yeah, that's its own political content. We should. Atsuka, this is not what we're talking about right now.
It's funny.
Yeah,
People in Canada are chill.
yeah. Except when French people and English people meet and they're like, let's brawl in a bar. It's not true. It's not true. But back to business. What was the question again? You were asking
How do
me
you,
what I
what do
do.
you found just for people? Because, there's a large number of people that are very new in voiceover that watch this channel. And I get a lot of viewers from all over the world.
Yeah.
People from Germany, Sweden, well, as far as Africa. And a lot of them have strong accents that want to work in the English market. So is there anything aside from just working with a coach? Did you put that stuff into practice outside? Do you walk around trying to speak like a standard American accent like all the time? Like how do you do it?
What is tricky to a non-native English speaker ear is, to me, for a long time, Canadian accent and American accent was the same. There was no difference. And Australian accent and British accent is the same. It's so similar. So really pay attention to how everything is linked up and meshed up together. Not the sounds separately, but all together. Because speech is more than word per word, right?
Yeah.
It's how you link them up and the flow of stuff. And I kind of took for granted that I was good enough, that it was fine, because my conversational natural English was fine. And ironically, this is what we aim for, right?
Right.
Conversational. But my conversational has a French background, so I couldn't really blend in. I can't still really blend in that much. So there is this little something that I have to learn that is proper English grammar that you, in your subconscious, already know, but that I don't. So watch shows and really pay attention to the whole global thing, not only sounds per sounds, but yeah, and mimicking and I don't know, maybe and get a coach eventually. Yeah.
Nice.
Just
Nice. One thing I would say to that, just because a lot of people don't know this, but I had to actually get an accent coach when I was working in the U.S. market. It became apparent to me right away because I also thought, as a native English speaker in Vancouver, that I sounded just like everybody in America. No, I did not. So I had to get a coach. His name is Tony Alcantar, fantastic at teaching the standard American accent. And one thing I did that was helpful, and people looked at me funny all the time, if they knew me, was I walked around talking in a standard American accent in Canada all the time. People would ask me
yeah.
where I'm from if I went for Starbucks and order a coffee. They'd be like, "Oh wow, are you visiting? Where are you from? You from LA? You're from New York or whatever?" And I have to go along with it because I don't want to say I'm a crazy person who's actually from here and I'm just doing an accent. And all my friends were like, "Why are you talking like that?" But the end result was that I could work seamlessly across Canada and U.S. So if you're out there and you're wanting to work in the U.S. market, or just expand your repertoire of what kind of characters or what kind of stuff you can go for, I highly recommend Tony Alcantar for a standard American accent. If you can't afford that, totally cool. What you want to do, aside from what Pascal is so nicely giving you so far, is going to YouTube, and you can find free accent coaches on there. It's not going to get you all the way, but it'll get you a good start. And then just walking around and talking like that all the time. You're going to get embarrassed. Your friends are going to call you out. People are going to look at you weird. But eventually, at the other side of that, is you're going to expand the kind of stuff that you can go out for. Now, on the flip side of that, is that the world isn't the way it used to be. It's a lot more diverse now. And because we're all connected, people are used to hearing different accents. So you can totally Go for stuff where they're saying we want a specific accent if you don't have that specific accent. As long as you're not crossing any kind of moralistic barriers or, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. You do what you want. But for me, I just make sure I'm not crossing any lines, any moralistic lines. But if there's an accent they're asking for instance, I do a bunch of stuff for Texas. And a lot of the time, most of the time, they say we want a native Texas accent. I don't even bother trying to do it. And I still end up getting the job because what they're open to is a good performance. So Pascal here, I can still hear a bit of an accent. Most people are not going to be able to tell where that accent's from, unless they're from Canada or even some Canadians, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
They're not, because it's not real harsh. Nobody else in the world is going to be able to figure that out. Maybe people in France will be like, get Beckers. But it's a really global accent. And I see that happen all the time. They're like, we want something that's like not North American, but not totally like European, like a global accent. Bam, yours. So just do a really good performance and own what you sound like right now, but keep working towards that end goal.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Nothing
Okay, so let's show people how skilled you actually are. Let's show off here.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay, cool. So
The pressure is on.
the pressure is on. No, listen, it's super casual. We're going to actually work on this script and show people, how to break down like a script properly. So the first thing we're going to do is just read it from top to bottom. So go ahead and give it a data read. No performance. Just get your mouth around the words before we jump into it.
Oh, and if I may add a little something about the accent. Maybe your famous editor is going to be able to mix and match it at the right place.
I think it's funnier if he doesn't.
Yeah? Okay. I'll leave it there. But the accent, I thought it was like, it's going to be fine. I know the theory behind it all. So I can just, switch it on when I needed to. No, it's like reps. It's like going to the gym. So if you don't give your jaw the reps it needs, this is so weird. And it sounded like really wrong, but anyways, you get it. You won't get the result you want. So get your reps in. That's all, Brian.
100%. It's an instrument. You got to practice it. Now, also in regards to the accent, have you booked in English yet?
I did.
Nice.
But it was on the Quebec market, so maybe they didn't mind but it maybe like once or twice. So maybe they didn't mind the little French color that's still hidden in there.
Yeah, maybe. But listen, anywhere in Canada, your accent's perfect for it. Even if they say they won't say specifically, because also I think it's against the law for them to say a specific accent in Canada.
I'm a frog.
But they're open to it because people are, we hear French accents there all the time. So
that's true. Okay. Well, data read. All right.
Let's do a data read.
John's feet sweat. He uses an ordinary powder that leaves him looking like this. Don't be John. Use Arm & Hammer invisible spray powder. Goes on clear, dries fast, fighting sweat and odor all day. Stay fresh without the mess with Arm & Hammer foot care.
Great. Cool. What are we talking about? What are we selling? What's the product?
The little magic powder for feet. Not for anyone else. Okay. So
for feet? Why?
Feet.
For what kind of feet?
Because sweaty feet.
Sweaty feet.
That could
maybe stinky feet too?
Eventually they get stinky if they're sweaty. So
right. I mean, it says fighting odor all day. So I think it's implied in there, but they're not actually putting it in there. So what I'm saying is like when you're getting to a part where it's talking about John's feet sweat, how do they sweat? Is it fun? Is it smelly? Is it stinky? Have an opinion about that. Nothing's wrong. When you actually do this spot, they'll probably most likely have you do it a bunch of different ways until they find the way that works best for the spot. So let's do a read here. Put all your wonderful personality, all your wonderful Quebec humor, everything in here. Try and do the standard American accent as best you can, but don't let it make your performance sound cumbersome.
Okay.
So don't focus on trying to enunciate perfectly. Just have it in your mind that you can do standard American accent. Let's see how it goes.
This is John. John's feet sweat. He uses an ordinary powder that leaves him looking like this. Don't be John. Use Arm & Hammer invisible spray powder. Goes on clear, dries fast, fighting sweat and odor all day. Stay fresh without the mess with Arm & Hammer foot care.
Your accent's getting a lot better.
Yeah, thanks.
It's good. Nice and charming, upbeat, very charismatic, but it's a little bit surface level. And you kind of rush through it a little bit. One trick I like to do on the first sentence, because they haven't got used to your voice yet when they start listening to it, unless they already know who you are. Most people are going to go, this is John. This is John. This is John. But John's actually on the screen because this is a TV ad. That has to be. Otherwise, they wouldn't be describing what's happening. So this is John. So he's on the screen. Would you go, this is John? Or what if he went, this? And then it says like a big thing comes up on and goes whap, and it says John above his head, and you're like, this is John. Now it becomes alive, right? And it makes a little more sense. Now, when you have an opinion on John's feet, when you say John's feet sweat, I don't want to give you a line reading. Maybe it's positive, maybe it's negative, whatever it is, commit to it. Don't have to it. Don't be like, John's feet sweat. It's not a big deal. It's a big deal. Figure out which way you want to do it and lean into it.
Okay.
That doesn't mean just say it louder. Actually have an opinion on it. Cool. Just start with that and take more time. Have more fun with it.
This is John. John's feet sweat. He uses an ordinary powder that leaves him looking like this. Don't be John. Use Arm & Hammer Invisible Spray Powder. Goes on clear, dries fast, fighting sweat and odor all day. Stay fresh without the mess with Arm & Hammer Foot Care.
Not bad, not bad. Slow it down even more. Slow it down even more. And when you get to that line, don't be John, spell it out for me like I'm a 12-year-old. Not even a 12-year-old, like I'm a 4-year-old.
Don't be John. No, no, no.
There you go.
What?
Why not?
Oh, okay.
Why
it's
not?
gonna stand out. You're right.
How is this not a funny ad?
That's true.
Try it again.
This is John. John's feet sweat. He uses an ordinary powder that leaves him looking like this. Don't be John. Use Arm & Hammer Invisible Spray Powder. Goes on clear, dries fast, fighting sweat and odor all day. Stay fresh without the mess with Arm & Hammer Foot Care.
Okay. It's a little bit much. It's a little bit much. Maybe not like a 4-year-old.
Feeling like in daycare. No.
In the beginning, let's give you all the confidence in the world.
Okay.
John's the man. This is John.
Oh.
And John's feet sweat. Declare it like it's the most wonderful thing that's ever happened.
Oh. Okay.
And don't be John. I just want to hear the D, the B, and the J. Don't be John. Give it like a staccato kind of beat.
This is John. John's feet sweat. He uses an ordinary powder that leaves him looking like this. Don't be John. Use Arm & Hammer Invisible Spray Powder. Goes on clear, dries fast, fighting sweat and odor all day. Stay fresh without the mess with Arm & Hammer Foot Care.
Take that last line again. Stay fresh without the mess. Give me like a sing-songy kind of thing there.
Stay fresh without the mess with Arm & Hammer Foot Care.
Put a beat after mess.
Stay fresh without the mess with Arm & Hammer Foot Care.
How'd that feel?
I felt well. Like I'm an English speaker.
Good. This is great. Now, so the clients come back and they're like, we changed the direction. It's actually, let's let the funny stuff happen on screen. We want it completely deadpan. Just give us almost nothing. You're just narrating what's happening.
This is John. John's feet sweat. He uses an ordinary powder that leaves him looking like this. Don't be John. Use Arm & Hammer Invisible Spray Powder. Goes on clear, dries fast, fighting sweat and odor all day. Stay fresh without the mess with Arm & Hammer Foot Care.
Good. Now, slow it down a bit and really say the words. Like, you can still make it conversational, just like deadpan. This is John. John's feet. Don't just get over with it. Really tell me what's happening, okay?
This is John. John's feet sweat. He uses an ordinary powder that leaves him looking like this. Don't be John. Use Arm & Hammer Invisible Spray Powder. Goes on clear, dries fast, fighting sweat and odor all day. Stay fresh without the mess with Arm & Hammer Foot Care.
Yeah, great. Now, what I'd like you to do, one last time here, when you're like, leaves him looking like, I need you to let that like hang. Because let's say they snap their fingers and poof, it changes from him looking happy to him looking like, on the screen. So you got to go, looking like, let it hang. This. So take that ... and put it after like. Because what does Dave Beeson always say about punctuation?
It's garbage.
Right. It is garbage the way they write it. But it's not garbage if you take what they have for punctuation and throw it around to make your own cake.
This is John. John's feet sweat. He uses an ordinary powder that leaves him looking like this. Don't be John. Use Arm & Hammer Invisible Spray Powder. Goes on clear, dries fast, fighting sweat and odor all day. Stay fresh without the mess with Arm & Hammer Foot Care.
Great. Okay, cool. We're going to do it one last time. Directors come back and said, we want to see all right, Pascal, we probably got it. We got the whole thing now. Dealer's choice. What do you want to do with it? Yeah, do something. Just surprise us. We want to see what your point of view is on this spot. We've gotten everything that we need, but let's hear one from you.
This is John. John's feet sweat. He uses an ordinary powder that leaves him look like... He uses an ordinary powder that leaves him looking like this. Don't be John. Use Arm & Hammer Invisible Spray Powder. Goes on clear, dries fast, fighting sweat and odor all day. Stay fresh without the mess with Arm & Hammer Foot Care.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Great, great, great.
Thanks.
They'll do that when you do like a live directed session. I mean, you're great at this spot. Like any one of those reads could have worked depending on what they're actually looking for. When you get into the live directed session with something like this, they're going to have you do it like 7 Ways Sunday, and they're absolutely going to ask what you got up your sleeves. So have some ideas. But yeah, there's no reason that you shouldn't be working more. I think as soon as you get that accent down a little better, you're going to be doing English stuff all day. Do you do work a lot in French?
Yeah, I book consistently. Not a lot, but consistently.
There you go. That's what you need. Consistency is like, I'm trying to think of like a smart quote, but I can't. Consistency is great.
Keep showing up, Jobs. We like it.
Good job. Consistency.
Yeah. Thank you, producers, for hiring me consistently.
Yeah. Hey, Parouche, can you find a good quote for consistency and just like throw it on the screen? And then I'll do this and pretend like I said it.
The Larousse définition or something like that.
All right, Pascal, thank you so much. All right, everybody, that is the end of our live training session. Not live when you're seeing it, live when we're doing it. And if you're interested in VoiceOver, check the links below. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Is there other things that they're supposed to do in there? Like
comment,
share?
I don't know.
Comment below.
Yeah.
What was your favorite takeaway from this video? We want to know. Ask a question. I'll make a video about it. On that, I'm Jesse. This has been Pascal, and we will catch you in the next one. God, I did that sign off again. Bye.